Homeowners associations, or HOAs, are on the rise in the US, with over 65% of new single-family homes being HOA, despite most people not wanting them. And if you don't know what an HOA is, TLDR, it's simply a board of community elected residents that you pay a monthly fee to so they can maintain infrastructure, like parks, roads, landscaping, pools, stuff like that. This can be a good thing in certain communities, as you just have to pay a small monthly fee and you get to enjoy a nice looking area with clean amenities. The problem comes when they get too greedy. The median cost for HOA nationally is about $300 a month, but it differs by states. For example, the average HOA cost in Missouri is $470 a month. And this doesn't include property tax. Those are completely different things. HOA is for private communities, and property taxes are for the government. So on top of the $470 a month on average you pay in Missouri, you'd also have an extra $100 monthly for your property taxes. And the property taxes will pay for your public roads, your parks, your schools, fire department, stuff like that. But let's stop and take one look at New Jersey for a second, because I want you to thank God you don't live there. And if you do live there, I'm sending my thoughts and prayers out to you, because the average monthly property tax in New Jersey is $700 a month. How does anyone afford to live over there? God damn. But let me tell you, the government loves HOAs because now they're not responsible for taking care of your community. It's a private area, but they still get to charge you the same amount as if they were. The idea of privately funded communities has been around since the 1800s, but it wasn't until after World War II, when the housing boom started and the residential neighborhoods started rapidly expanding, that the government encouraged HOAs to be set up to offload the cost of the community onto the homeowner. And you know what? It was easy to do, since there was vast economic wealth during that time, and homeowners preferred less government interference and more personal control for the added cost. But nowadays, with the ever-growing class divide, less and less people are going to be able to afford to live in an HOA. Now, I'm not saying HOAs are a complete waste. They do serve a valuable purpose. I get it, you don't want to live next door to someone who turns their entire yard into a scrapyard. I get it. But HOAs tend to lean more towards dictatorships ran by power-hungry Karens rather than a communitarian democracy. How can we fix this? Well, yeah, I guess we can try to get the government to eliminate HOAs, but realistically, we all know that's not going to happen. The government could set up an HOA oversight committee. I believe a few states have this, like Florida and Colorado, but then that's also vulnerable to corruption. And then we're back to square one. And now you have to pay more dues because now you're paying for the oversight committee. The best way to deal with it is to do what they do in a corruption-ran country. Become involved in politics and remove those in power. But I guess that's not really a great example when dealing with foreign countries, since most of the time foreign exchanges of power are typically blood elections, which means the opponent drops out of the race because a corpse can't really run for office. And as far as I know, no one's getting their brake lines cut for an HOA position. So make sure you're attending meetings, you demand transparency within their HOA financials. They should have no problem with showing you how much funds they have and what they use for. If they do, then you know something is up. And try to elect ethical board members and leaders. Typically, the best leaders are those who don't really want to be involved and would rather be left alone. And most importantly, talk to your neighbors. HOAs are a majority vote. So if enough people agree on something, you can change the rules, the fees, enforcement policies, or even change leadership. HOAs aren't going anywhere, and from the looks of it, it's only going to get worse. So you might as well get involved now to at least be the change you want to see in your community.